there's a click. What do you do?
Well, Sebastian is kind of just unconscious on the floor right now, looking through a cockroach.
Okay.
So...
I hear the click?
Yep, Sebastian would hear it, but there's a lift to the panel.
I'm going to try to move the mage hand to lift the panel out.
Okay. You lift the panel. As you lift the panel, there's a hiss. Like a sss.
I snap out of Crowley the cockroach back into Sebastian and start rolling on the floor towards the door.
Okay.
Just like instant reaction, snap, roll.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I get a 12.
Okay. You roll and into the wall and not to the door. Veo, you see this happening, and as Sebastian rolls towards the door, a plume of poisonous gas erupts as the opening opens up, and poison gas floods the room. Veo and Sebastian, you can both give me Constitution saving throws.
Oh, man. And that's you still have your hit points, right?
Yeah.
So you get advantage on that.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, wait, do you? Because you're exhausted now.
Only ability checks, right?
Yeah. So I get a 27.
Okay.
I get an 18.
You both succeed, and so instead of taking 60 poison damage each, you both take 30.
Can I have that? So.
Not with uncanny dodge. This is because it's a con save.
Oh, yeah, I can use.
As I smash into the wall, a potion of poison resistance falls out of my bag, and I shove it back in. I'm like, well, that would have been handy.
Not now, potions.
Not now, potion.
I'm busy.
Does the cloud of poison clear?
Yep, it does.
I, coughing, get up, go to the floorboard, and look to see what's inside.
Inside is a neatly packed book bag.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay. Picking up the book bag, you hear the jingle of several of what sounds like metal inside and glass. And there's definitely something quite heavy inside the book.
I'm gonna open it up.
Okay. Opening up the book bag. Inside is a carefully preserved tome. Several scroll cases, several vials, and another bag.
I'm opening this up like I'm standing with Veo. We're looking through it together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull out the tome. Yeah.
Okay.
Pull out the tome.
The tome is a spellbook. Looking at the spellbook, just as a quick flip through, this is a very practical looking document. But as you just page through it, there are spells up to 8th level in this spellbook. It doesn't bear any distinguishing markings on it. It just looks like a very practically written spellbook with lots of well-known but useful spells inside it. Going from 1st to 8th level.
I'm also going to look at the scrolls.
Inside the scrolls, opening up the scrolls, there are 2 scrolls of teleport.
I open up my bag of holding and throw them onto a stack of scrolls that I have, and I'm like, I'll use those later.
Or them.
The vials are 6 potions of superior healing.
Oh.
Wow.
And the satchel contains the satchel itself is filled with 10 diamonds that are probably each worth 500 gold pieces.
Wow. I open it, I look at the diamonds, I look at Veo, I shut the satchel, and I'm like, she owes us.
And more than that, but we'll take the diamonds.
So I pocket the diamonds. I'm gonna divvy up the 6 potions. I look at Veo and I'm like, listen, I don't know if this is her spell book, but maybe somebody higher up at the academy could give us more information on the spell book, who it belongs to, or anything, really. Maybe it's a clue to where she is, or maybe it's hers. Maybe we can use it to bargain with her. I don't know.
Or maybe, I mean, can we spy on her somehow? I don't know.
I mean, maybe Eldrick has a spell that now that we have, I mean, some possessions of hers. Maybe. I don't know about you, but I could probably use a nap with Pluto now, after that poison inhalation.
I mean, as long as I have a potion, I will be okay to keep watch.
I continue to cough. I move the bed back into place. I throw all of the stuff I found into my bag of holding, and I crawl into bed next to Pluto. And I think I'd be the little spoon. I think I'd be the little spoon.
You know you're the little spoon.
I know
You
I'm
just
the
know
little
it.
spoon.
You know
Do you have a greater healing potion? I don't want to waste a superior on like.
Do I have a greater? I think I might. Check.
it. Stop coughing.
Oh, I do have 1 potion of greater healing. Would you like it?
Fantastic. So that way we can keep our superiors.
Yeah, you take it. I toss you the potion as I crawl into bed with Pluto.
Also, you should note that the satchel also contained a very generic arcane wand. Nothing notable, just a standard arcane focused wand, and a well packed and preserved material component pouch with generally applicable like spell components.
Just so good stealing thieves.
Right. I say in my sleep.
Just mumble to myself. Yes.
Get down.
With that, you are able to all take a short rest in these chambers successfully. So if you do want to mark off any healing spent or anything like that, that's all good to
Can I get a short rest?
do. If you want to take one, they're taking it. So if you want to take one, you can.
It does not impede my ability to look out.
Yeah. Yeah.
just stole from the Queen of Thieves, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I found diamonds, potions, a wand, a spell book, some scrolls that I'm definitely going to use.
Did you leave a note?
I was just gonna say, is there a piece of paper and like some charcoal around or something?
Leave a
I'm pretty sure I have parchment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Fashionable, like poorly written ransom note.
Oh, but
Like,
I'm
try to hide who it is. Like,
Oh, I was just gonna draw
Scrap
little
paper.
cartoons of our faces and just be like, Neener,
Yeah,
Neener,
yeah.
Neener. We stole your stuff. Bleh. Guess who?
I just leave a little note inside of the locked area that just says Sebastian Crow was here with a
Sweet.
heart.
Sweet, right now. Mine's like, nah, 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 like taunting a little bit. And I draw a little cat face and like, toss my note in too.
Pluto,
She'll
what do
never
you think?
guess who it
I write
was.
Pluto. I etch Pluto into like the backing of the thing, and the L's backwards.
Sebastian,
Playful and cheerful.
looking through the spell book as you take your rest, one of the things that you notice is that the inscription, the spell book does have an entry for the teleport spell itself, but in that section of the book, it also notes the sigil sequences for several teleportation circles, notably the sigil sequences for Paradox Castle and the Enigma Ziggurat, which are two of the strongholds. It's actually labeled as such, and among one of the other sequences that's labeled there is the sigil sequence for the inscrutable tower, for the teleportation circle outside the inscrutable tower. The other teleportation circle is one that is for the teleportation circle that you know is in Emerald Village. That is supposed to be an academy secret. And the last sigil sequence is just labeled Refuge.
What was the first one? I missed the first one.
There was Paradox Castle.
That's it.
And Paradox Castle is where you were educated.
Yes.
Far away in the Vales. The Enigma Ziggurat lies outside the Free City, which is kind of one of the more independent city-states that is kind of on the border of Caspia and Illyria. And then, of course, there's the Inscrutable Towers sigil sequence, the Emberwood Village sigil sequence, and this other one that is just called Refuge.
Hey guys, what if the Trivio's other thing is in this refuge spot?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
And is there a way that we can lure her out to some location, and then while she's there, another one of us goes to the refuge, so we know she's not there, and then we do a Queen of Thieves thing on her.
Pluto, I like where your head's at.
Thanks. Right here, on my
here's
shoulders.
That where it should be. And here's what I'm thinking. I do think that we should take this information back to Eldrick, maybe even to, I don't know, Wilhelm and the gang. Let them know once we get the shield, before we make any moves, we might be able to use their help to call the Queen of Thieves in.
Wait. We just have to be careful. Because at any point, she could be one of them.
She could be one of us right now. No, probably not.
No, we would have.
Guys, what's my favorite fish?
Salmon? Candy?
Glurp glorp.
All of that is correct.
Nice.
You guys know me so well.
Glipglorp?
The delicacy.
Fliploop? Pluto.
No,
I don't
yes.
want to try to remember their names. It just makes it harder when I eat them.
That's
I
fair.
want to have a professional distance from my appetizer.
We still have a shield to get, but then afterwards, I think Eldric's gonna want to know that the Queen of Thieves has teleportation circle access to several Academy towers. And some secret ones.
How
That
does teleportation work? Does she just have, like, if we take this, does she lose that ability? Or does she just kind of remember?
she probably just has it
She
memorized.
just knows it.
Come on.
But does she have to do from one teleportation circle to another, or she just teleports directly to the circle?
I don't know.
Give me an Arcana check, Sebastian.
I say as I think about it and get a 17.
Okay. Sebastian, you know that there's two main types of teleportation spells. The teleportation circle spell, which is the lower level of the two, always has to target a teleportation circle. So you can open it anywhere, but it only goes to an established circle. The teleport spell, which is more powerful, can be used to teleport from anywhere to anywhere. However, there's a chance of failure unless you're targeting a known teleportation circle.
Right.
Right. So conceivably, looking through this spell book, whoever penned the spell book knows both spells. Although the teleport spell is a much mightier spell. It also has the benefit that it only requires one action to cast, whereas teleportation circle is it's not a ritual, but it's a spell that takes a minute to cast.
Right.
I have another idea.
Go ahead.
What if, when we go to this refuge, if we know she's somewhere else, then we destroy her teleportation circle to get there?
And we push all her stuff over.
Yeah. Off tables, shelves.
Yeah, just yeah. She'll have
If there's
to
more
have.
diamonds, we'll take them. But she'd be
It's
really
not just-
mad if her favorite cup was just off the table.
Or we don't change anything, except one thing that she doesn't notice for weeks.
She'd be so mad.
File down one of the chair legs so it always rocks a little bit every time she sits in it.
These are all great ideas.
I had a good nap and I feel like I'm energized and I feel like, I feel ready.
To take on a demon?
Oh,
A demon
what do,
lord?
what do
I don't
you
know
think, Ignatius?
Ignatius bristles with flaming energy, and the blade replies, "Let nothing hold back my righteous fury, not even you, and especially not your conniving little friend."
Yeah, Sebastian, you really owe him. He is.
I can't hear your sword, so what are you talking about?
You guys can't hear any of that? Oh
No.
boy.
I just assume he's yelling at you,
He is super disappointed in the fact that there's 4 demons downstairs that are still alive. He's a little satiated
Okay.
with the idea that there's a 6-armed demon dead in there from a Tyrannosaurus Rex and a bunch of other stuff.
Well, then you can put Ignatius on the floor and tell him that he can go kill those demons downstairs. Alright? But we have a demon upstairs to deal with, and a shield to get, and then a Queen of Thieves to mess with.
So much to do.
And then we probably, should report this back to everybody.
But I think we need to, if this is our plan, right now, this might be the furthest ahead we've ever been. You said there's lots of magic in here, right?
Yeah.
Ton of magic. So the chances of her fully spying on us right now are pretty slim. It still could happen.
Not only Castle Draken would have been rewarded against that kind of magic in its heyday, but But again, you know that because the castle is coated in the haze, like it's very difficult. So like, it's unlikely that the Queen of Thieves would be able to be watching you now, based on what you know both about the defenses of the castle itself and the fact that it's in Dragonheim.
This might be for the very first time. Let's just all celebrate this moment. We're ahead. We got the up and up.
Yeah, like Sebastian, one of the things that you kind of realize with this is that even though those scrolls of teleport are there, teleporting from the haze outside the haze is a thing that has disastrous results, and vice versa. Yeah.
Leave before we do anything.
And you have those special goggles, so if we talk to anybody, you throw the goggles down, you make sure it's actually them. No more tricks. No more lies. Ignatius will reveal the truth, but sometimes he's so demon crazy he gets a little off topic. And so if you can figure that out, then we can hatch a plan. We create a very small circle. We can get her.
Pluto, I think once we get the shield, we go back to the to see what our friends are up to. We get Eldrick to ward an area for us to communicate in. We check everybody. We make sure that everybody's good. I think that we use Ignatius. I think that I can get the Queen of Thieves to come out of hiding. And I think that Veo, you might be able to steal another relic from her while we have her out of hiding.
I'm good at sneaking. I'm good at hiding. I'm good at all the things that require me to do this.
We might want to talk to Wilhelm and the gang and get some sort of plan hatched where
You're coming around on them.
you know, they have the best intentions, and I mean, if we're gonna put them on the throne, I hope that gang has something to offer. I mean, they haven't messed with the things that we've messed with. They haven't seen what we've seen, but yeah, let's give them a chance, right?
My dad says they're okay. So, you know what? I'll give them a chance.
Yeah, if we could have them on our side, that might be all we need to create a strike force into the refuge and one to face off against the queen. Because when she escapes, that must be where she goes.
Must be.
Every time we've gotten close, she always gets away. If only we could know where she goes. I think this might be the place. That's what I would do if I was
Priority right now is the shield,
magic.
but we're on to something.
I love it.
You guys, this has been the best plan. This is the best planning we've ever done.
What I love
Doing
about
it.
this plan is that you haven't tried to sell my soul at any point in this entire plan phase thing. You haven't even pitched it.
Agreed.
Cool. As you finish up your rest, what's next?
Are we straight up going upstairs to see a demon?
I gotta see a demon about a shield.
I'm wondering, guys, I can make myself invisible. Do you think I should make myself invisible? Or do you think this demon could see me?
Listen, from what I know about demons, there's a chance that gives us the upper hand, but there's also a chance that the demon can see you anyway. I don't know what kind of demon it is, and I actually have no idea which ones can and can't see things, so the answer is, it's a gamble.
It's maybe. It's a really solid maybe.
I gotta tell you, I'm not one for gambling.
What?
That's a gamble.
You know what?
You know
Three
what? I'm gonna
Thailand
make
season
myself
workers were
so big,
stopped
so
by the
strong.
customs at
basically gonna
Værnes
be
airport. In the
It's
bag
gonna
they
be all in
found
its base.
a mix of things.
I'll take you about that. So I won't use myself.
They were stopped
Okay.
7:30 at night,
You
where
head up
the
the
police
staircase,
found several
which has been richly
illegal
upholstered
substances.
with carved banisters as
Weed
it snakes
and
upward
rat
one
meat.
more level to the royal
What?
penthouse.
Rat
You
meat?
arrive
That's
at at
A rarity?
beautiful landing. The banister here has been filigreed with gold, and and in the landing chamber, which is richly appointed with tapestries, right in front of you at the top of the stairs is a beautiful set of carved double doors, which depict a scene of a great royal hunt.